Hey, what's up? So today I'm going to go over a quick skill that I've learned and developed throughout the years, and that's picking up your reading speed and pace and actual comprehension. So I implore you guys to, before going any further, track your reading speed, words per minute, for one straight minute, see what you get, and then at the end of the video do it again and see if these tips help you out. Now, reading, it's the best thing you could do. It's going to bring more money to your life, open up your brain, give you new ideas, different ways you can connect with new ideas and make more money. And it's just one of the hobbies that I like to do. But so yeah, let's get right to it. So real quick, let's say for example this book, Lord of the Flies. Step number one, what I always do before starting a new book. Now I try to read about a book, maybe a book every 2 weeks, just at a good consistent pace. So step number one, I'll grab the book I'm going to read. I'll open it up, kind of skim through it, see what it's made out of, see how it's formatted, see the content inside, see how many chapters, see how it's meant to be read. See, okay, so for example, this book is 200 words. So first thing I'll do, I'll visualize saying, okay, this book, I'm going to finish it in 1 week, just so I tell myself. So when I do finish it, my confidence goes up in reading, and I'm like, okay, if I said I could do this, I could continue reading books. So number one, okay, see it's 200 words, I could do this 1 week. That's step number one. Always visualize before you start it, so you could finish it and gain that confidence at the end of it. Okay, so after step number one, after we visualize how we're going to complete the book, we go into step number two. And this is something that you should do for all the books, is when you read, don't read aloud in your head. Just absorb the words and take it for what they're meant, how they're meant to be taken. So we don't want to read, let's say we're reading silently, we don't want to be in our head having that little voice narrating the whole book. That's called subvocalization, and we don't want to do that, because then that slows down our reading speed to the speed of our speech, and we could take more information than how we could express it. So if you ever listen to a book on Audible or like any other audiobook site, the way you could listen to it on double the speed, that's why a lot of people prefer that. But that's why we want to get into the habit of, when reading, we're not reading aloud in our head. So, and that comes with practice. At first it's really hard, it's kind of difficult, kind of looking through the book and saying, how am I going to do this? But you just continuous practice, and then before you know it, you'll be just absorbing the information coming directly into your brain, and then you're formatting that. Okay, that's step number two. Now, when reading books, traditionally, we read left to right on the pages. Now, that's really inefficient because our eyes aren't linear. They jump around. They go, okay, one word to the next, the next, the next. And if you were to take a camera and focus it on your eyes, you could see your eyes jumping around. They're not linear. So we want to, with that knowledge, we want to read and apply it to the book. So what I do is, instead of going from beginning to end, I'll go from like the second, third word in to the second, third word in over here. So this will be my what is it called? My frame right here. So I'll read from the middle to the middle over here, to the middle, to the middle, to the middle, to the middle. That way I'm going down the book and not having to go all the way to the end, because my peripheral vision could capture all the words. I don't have to put my whole visual attention towards it. Okay, and last step, really easy. Okay, and last step, this is the most obvious of them all, is actually try to read faster. Pick up your reading speed. So the place of assembly in which you stood was roughly blah, 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 right? You actually want to try to go faster, and that, alongside those other tips I just mentioned, should pick up your reading speed. And then with practice and more time and picking up books and actually completing them, you're getting more confidence reading. You could go into more difficult books, and little by little, you'll be able to do all that and read a book a day. But probably not. You don't want to be doing that. You actually want to have good comprehension. And then hopefully this will be a habit that you like, and we could start a book club. For example, the book I'm reading now is called How to Change Your Mind by Michael Pollan. Great book. It's a book on the evolution of psychedelics throughout the past century and coming into this beginning century, and how there's a lot of room for therapeutic use and what the future holds for psychedelics. Really interesting. One of my favorite books would have to be, I'd say this one right here, Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle. This one's so cool. It teaches you how to be present in the moment and really get out of your head. And that goes back to the idea of getting out of your head when reading and actually reading and not narrating it, and not narrating your life. Actually live your life, be present, be here, be now. Right. So that's something I've learned from reading, and I wish to continue reading throughout the years to come. And if you have any questions on any book recommendations, or if you have any recommendations I should read, let me know. Text me, email me. I think all my contact info is in here. But okay, thank you very much. Bye bye.